Tell living in that living room all white. I'm up all night, season ends while niggas sleeping. Lost so many guys, guess why I'm breathing. We keep it strong as the name live on, like if they was never gone. Mind blown, and need them out ever since.
Welcome back to this great culture, man, and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Let's build this channel up. Let's talk about it, man. So, of course, man, when it comes to the world of rap, would you expect anything any different? You just brace yourself. You just brace yourself for whoever it may be this year. I mean, it's sad to say you don't wish that shit on anybody. You hope that, everybody can get through a year unscathed. But, you got to live in reality. We're not living in, fantasy fairy tale land. And no utopia. Shit is what it is, man. And it's just something that you brace yourself for every single year. You know it's coming. Now on the local level, you see it all the time. It happens fucking all the damn time, man, on the local level. But as far as, big time artists, it's going to happen at some point. Somebody, if you're going to have at least one from the year. And, we had gone a huge portion of the year without seeing it happen. Now, as far as I remember, I could be wrong, man. I don't remember any big-time rappers, man. No big-time rappers dying, from gun violence, through the 11 months that's already passed. But yeah, it was around this time last year that a lot of, crazy shit started taking place. It was Mo 3 and King Von. It was somebody else, too, man. I forget. But it's too many people, man. Way too many people in this genre. Way too many people. You keep seeing it happen. But their lives are real. Their lives are, they live in reality. So you can't sleep, man. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll get to it, man. Young Dolph out of Memphis, man, he was murdered today. 36 years old. Well, he's going to get cookies at a local cookie spot that he goes to. A little shop there. He frequents there. He had done, promo videos for them, everything like that. It was a local spot he was always at, man. And, pulling through the hood in Memphis, man, his hometown. Ain't that where it usually always happens at? DJ Vlad talks about this all the time, but, even before that, you should already know. It's usually in the hometown. And the majority of the time, contrary to what people say, it ain't because of, it ain't because of quote-unquote hate or people's idea of what hate is. Because, yeah, it's all hate, especially when you kill a person. But not the people's idea of, oh, you hating. You know what I'm saying? You just mad because so-and-so got this and that. Nah, there's a lot of shit that goes on behind the scenes. I'm not saying that's what it was with this. I don't know that. I'm not from Memphis. I don't know what was going down behind the scenes. I know Dolph had a lot of beef, though. It was publicized. Y'all already know who he had beef with. The situations that already went down. He had attempts on his life already, the 100 shots. Lucky he was driving in his bulletproof thing that day. And then, not too long after that, I think it was probably just a few months later, man, they caught him outside of a hotel in L.A. And it was one of his ops. And stood over him and shot him. Shit, the way that situation sounded, I was like, man, he's lucky to be alive, because that sounded like this should have been it right there. They stood over him and shot him. Tried to end him, man. But Yeah, it finally got him, man. When it's your time, man. Especially when I ain't gonna talk about. I don't know how God operates. I know God. There is a God, higher power. I know sometimes it is in His will, but who knows? Maybe it's just His time. If God allowed it, the stars aligned, whatever. But I do know when them guys want you, and they find you, they catch you at the right spot. When they want you, they'll come and get you. Them boys, your ops, whoever you got funk with, stuff like that. All it takes is the opportunity to present itself. It's a couple minutes. Can't think shit sweet. The young Dolph, man, riding around, riding around in this Lambo. You already gonna stand out. Everybody know who's who, man. You already, and even if they don't know, they know when they see them Lambos, they see them expensive cars riding around the hood, they know that's somebody. So you already got the eye, already got the eyes on you. And so all they gotta do is identify, well, who's in that whip. And people putting in all type of calls, and there's all type of sequences, stuff that goes into these hits, man. That lead to your demise, because you caught slipping. And it ain't just hate, man. It ain't just people hating, man. There's a lot of I don't know how all of this started. At some point they was all cool. I think I ain't even gonna get into all of that. I don't even know if that even has anything to do with that. A lot of times people have multiple beefs. Sometimes we just acquire too many problems with too many people. We thinking we too, we just, I don't want to say bulletproof, but we not thinking about the people around us, man. We get too comfortable, we like, hey, if somebody gonna get us, they gonna get us, and we're ready to accept our fate, but not, not realizing now we leave a family behind. We're leaving wives, baby moms, whatever, and leaving the kids behind. Now they got to suffer through all of that. They, just dropping insurance money, stuff like that. I mean, it's cool and all. It's not going to sustain like how it was when you were there to provide and keep the income steadily flowing in. Now maybe they can make something happen with the insurance money you leave, but still they don't have their father around to help guide them. Be there in the physical, right? So you got to think about all that. And all these cats, man. Cats who in beefs, man. All the cats who are in beefs and in the streets is shit that you got to think about. You need to get out of the streets anyway, because ain't no love, man. It ain't no love. But these cats that's out here now, man, they raps, man, they real, man. They real. The shit they talking is real. There ain't no fake stuff, ain't no caps, no nothing like that. A lot of the times when they get put on, when they get the respect because everybody knows them. They know them from their city, and they know that guy's authentic. It's sad to say. A lot of times we respect the shooters. We respect the guys who put in work. Maybe it's, justified. Maybe it's not. We shouldn't, but, it's not like we ever sit down as the fans and people, fuck just on the industry level, because them folks, them white folks in the record industries, Jews and shit like that, they're going to exploit that shit for $1. They're going to capitalize off of it. But a lot of these guys get lifted off. They get lifted off on the local level because the people are loving them. They respect them and shit like that. And when y'all going to say, well, hey, if you talking about this and that, or if you engaged in this activity, if you killed somebody, we not going to support that. I mean, do y'all do that? And sometimes it ain't that cut and dry, right? There's stuff in between, like I said, guys defending themselves, shit like that. And we understand this shit. Sometimes, violence is a cycle, man. We see it all the time. And it just never stops. I take one of yours, you take one of mine. Now I got to get back for the person that you took, and now they got to get back for the next person, and it just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going, and it never ends, and it involves more and more people, and it affects more and more people, creates mental problems with more and more people, the people who love them and stuff like that. People who may not never even thought of jumping in the game or, deciding they want to get down and start shooting shit up. Now they angry. Now they go through life angry, and they got to get back for their cousin, their family member that was killed. And it just keeps going on and on. Now you hearing rumors. These are all just rumors, but rumors that black youngster's grandma's house was shot up and shit like that. Now I tell you this right here: if you was for people rioting and tearing shit up because of stuff that happens to, police violence and stuff like that or whatnot, black folks, shit like that, if you was supporting that, then don't say nothing about cats going through and shooting up grandma's house or going to get somebody's family member who had nothing else to do with it. I'm completely against it. Because what I always say is, first of all, I'm saying no violence to begin with, and no, tit for tat. I try to deal with things more on a spiritual level. Just go about your business and defend yourself, right? But if you go after a person, go after the person who did it. That's simple. Don't send it nowhere else. But if you was all for burning all these other buildings and shit like that for people who had nothing to do with a situation, with a cop, putting a knee on, just cold-heartedly killing a man, putting a knee on your neck, and you talking about go burn down businesses and shit like that because our voice ain't heard. I ain't with that. But if you with that, don't say shit about nobody's grandma's house getting shot up, and don't say it's those are two different things. No, we talking about payback. We talking about in the vein of payback, and what that is. You go to the source, man. But like I said, all it does is violence begets violence, and all it does is bring more pain. And so if that's true, and I even saw a rumor maybe saying that the grandma might have been killed. I don't know. But if that's true, think about the pain that causes. And so it's a never-ending cycle, man. Like I said, it could have been hate, but don't rule out the fact that, just like you seeing it, like they reporting in Memphis, Dolph got a team with him. And just because you don't see certain cats, if he beefing with a certain rapper, and you don't see none of them die, there's a lot of guys behind the scenes, a lot of bodies get dropped in these wars, man. A lot of names that don't reach the headlines because they're not celebrities or anything like that. They're just street guys. So there's a lot of bodies, a lot of shit that happens behind the scenes that people don't, from the outside looking in, don't know nothing about. So you don't know how Young Dolph's team gets down. Like I said, this is just alleged. I don't know what happens, but I'm just saying, just in case, don't just attribute it to, they just didn't want to see a black man. They didn't want to see a real nigga get down, shit like that. Young Dolph had beef. He was taunting his shooters, man. It was cats trying to kill him. And he should, he got to move accordingly, man. All that, it didn't look like he had security. All that, I move without security and shit, and all that shit, trying to, it's sad because they know when they put on this image and they apply those different things, and Dolph moving through the hood with no security, no nothing like that. He moved by himself. It boosts his status up because they know these dumbass fans, that's what they gravitate toward. And they feed into that. We feed into that. But it's their fault for believing all that stuff. Just get your money, do what you got to do. Have the security, have the police around you if you need to. Do all that, man. Screw all that stupid image stuff, man. Because all it's doing is getting you killed. And like I said, you may not care about your life, but your kids, your loved ones, they care. And they're left here on this earth to have to deal with the damage. You got to move smart, man. Just because you got a gun on you, you moving, you got your pistol on you, that don't mean nothing if they got the drop on you. That's simple. Plenty of guys die with their pistol in their hand. That don't mean nothing if they got the drop on you. So you know, like I said, Dolph, he seemed like a real one. He was respected, man. He was respected for a reason, man. Ain't no telling what went down behind the scenes and why this war, whatever war is going on, and you know, you know who he's got beef with, and that seems serious. Ain't no telling why that's been going down like that. Ain't no telling what's been going on behind the scenes. Like I said, I don't know if this one right here is related to it. Also, you know, don't take on all. You're not Superman, young black men. Y'all can't be taking on all these conflicts. Need to learn conflict resolution, man. Learn just when to walk away. Say, hey, I'm sorry, you know, shit like that, or just be, you know, all that stuff. Fuck trying to look tough, man. Your only obligation is to defend yourself and defend your family, man. Other than that, you know, person want to talk all that trash. Hey, bro, you got it. Whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, God bless you. Keep going, man. But trying to inherit all of these beefs and trying to, you know, back and forth and threatening and all of this stuff, man, it gets to be too much, and nobody wants to be running around life having to look around over their shoulder their whole, you know, every second. They want to be able to walk around in their own city. But, you know, like I said, when you do all of that, you got to be on your tens. And usually it's in your own city when it's going to happen. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Rest in peace to young Dolph. God bless his soul. God bless his family. Hopefully they make it through this ordeal. Hopefully, you know, through some type of intervention, this can more pain can be prevented. Let's just, you know, come with solutions. Try to move forward. There will be more, just in reality, but let's just try to prevent this, man, because this just ain't good, man. 36 is young. All that stuff, you know, talking about, you made it to his 30s, you know, that's young, man. That's way too young. Way too young. Got a full life ahead of him. So let me know what you think in the comment section. And I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.